Hello everyone and welcome once again to Captain Goodspeed. It is that time of year again where we are knocking on the door of New Year, and that's where we review our goals of the previous year and set goals for the next year. I'm Joe, if you're new around here, and a very big welcome today. A very happy New Year to you. It's coming out on New Year's Day, this video, and yeah, it's been a wonderful year of YouTube. A lot has changed in my life, which I've talked about in videos, but it has been a huge year for YouTube, and I've literally just watched my 2019 New Year video, and just the amount I was talking about on there, and I'm so proud of what I've achieved this year because, you know, I wanted to do that. A year ago I sat in my room in South Shields and said, this is what I want to do with my channel, and boy did I do it. Probably not to the level that I wanted, but we'll talk about that later in this video. But first of all, we are going to do our 2019 year in review. We do it every year on TubeBuddy, where we'll have a look at what they say about my channel. Now, I've not looked at this yet, so it is going to be the very first time I've watched it. I just checked it out, see what it was like for my other channel, Captain Goodspeed Maths, which you can find a link to on the homepage. But it's always a nice way to have a look at how your channel is doing and how the main numbers stack up, and we will have a little look at the analytics as we go throughout this video. But first of all, let's have a little look at it. Captain Goodspeed Year in Review 2019 starts now. So here we go. Let's have a look at this. So it'll go back to the 1st of January 2019. Where did we start? 6.27k, 1.6 million views, 4,000 uploads, amazingly. Nah, I haven't had that many. Top 3 videos of 2019. So first look and review of Roland Garros edition of Tennis World Tour, 87,000 views on the first look of Snooker 19, and 205,000 views on the first impressions of Cricket 19. You can see the subscriber change almost doubling on all accounts. Obviously the videos uploaded very different. I certainly didn't upload that many last year. I don't have 5,000 videos, but I know that's been a problem on a lot of people's channels. But there you go. YouTube has been very, very good to me this year. Apparently I've done 600 videos. I think last year when I looked at it, it was maybe 710 or something, so about 100 down, which is good. That was one of my targets, was to refine the content, make it better. And I think that's what we've done this year. So I'm happy with that. These ones I'm thrilled about. I've pretty much doubled the amount of views I gained in 2019 compared to 2018, and I've doubled the number of subscribers as well that we had in 2018 to 2019. So for those of you that aren't aware, that means that I gained that many subscribers in the year 2018. It wasn't up to that point. And there you go. That's how we're ending the year. We're on 13.4 thousand subscribers, which is fantastic. We've got pretty much 4 million views. We're very, very close to that. And, well, not that many uploads. I can tell you that for now. Nearly 33,000 likes. 9,500 comments, 3,000 shares is a lot. That's a lot of shares, and that's a very impressive number in itself. Don't know why that's just gone back to the top. And 192,000 hours watched, which is amazing. And a little gif there, and a toast to 2020, which may well be the best year yet. Hopefully it will be. We'll talk about that a little bit later. So with all of that in mind, let's head now back to 2019, and I sat in this chair, but in a different location. I haven't got my green screen up, by the way. Couldn't be bothered. And these were the goals that I set. So I said I wanted 15,000 subs by the end of the year. Now we've got pretty close to that, and I'll take that, because since September things have been a little bit shaky on the channel, which we'll talk about in a little minute. I said I wanted 2.5 million views at the end of the year. Well, we pretty much gained that just this year. I'm just having a little scroll on the TubeBuddy. We gained 2.3 million just in 2019, so we were very close to just smashing that as in 1 year. But no, we really did well with that one. We had 4 million views by the end of the year, and 1,000 views on average on most videos by the end of 2019. Now we'll look at that in a minute. Certainly recently, the last couple of weeks, that's been very true. Before that, it was maybe more on the 600, 700 mark, which is fantastic. It's a far cry to a year ago where I was sitting here complaining about only getting 100 views a video, which, you know, for a channel with 6,500 subs wasn't good enough. And I sat here and I said, let's be frank about it, this channel's changing, the way I'm doing it, I did some number crunching on it, and I think we've really hit the sweet spots with this channel and what to do with it. And I said to continue enjoying it, and that is my target every year, is to continue enjoying it. And although it's been, certainly the last 3 months of the year has been my toughest in terms of getting videos out, not through any fault of YouTube per se, but just because real life has become a thing now. I'm in the real world. I'm working full time. I live with my girlfriend now rather than at home. So yeah, it's totally different, and it's, you know, brought about a whole different routine of how to do things. And I think I'm just about getting into the swing of it now. I think it probably will take another 3 or 4 months to get that spot on, and that's going to be one of the targets this year. But there you go, those were the targets last year, and you know, the first one, we're on 13,500, we're pretty close to 15,000. I'm not that bothered about that one. It was a pretty ambitious one. To get close to that is very good. You know, we're nearly on 4 million views, which is amazing, and 1,000 views on average, which is, as I say, we're starting to hit it towards the end of the year, which is brilliant, because I said by the end of 2019 that's where I want to be, and we pretty much are. And if you add up all of my videos this year and add up all the views this year, it's well over you know, 1,000. In fact, I'll work it out now for you on my snazzy new Google Pixel 4. So we had, what, 2.3 million views, so and divide that by 601, so that's 3,826 views on average on all of my videos this year, which, you know, is sublime, really, to be honest with you. But just for a moment, let's have a little look ahead to 2020. So 2020, these are my goals. Now, they're very loose goals at the moment. Obviously, you know me, I always want to improve. I've sort of scaled down my ambition a little bit this year. I feel like these ones are achievable. Touch wood. So, 20 to 25,000 subscribers at the end of the year. If I'm somewhere in between those thresholds, I will be absolutely delighted. Now, it could be a lot more than that, or we could be somewhere near where we are today. A lot sort of depends on what games are released this year. Obviously, the content I produce is very dependent on new and fresh games, because I'm not much of a FIFA player, not much of a PES player, although I flirted with it a bit this year. You know, my bread and butter, snooker games, tennis games, cricket games, and, you know, we had all three of them come out this year. We have got AO Tennis coming out in January. I will have a lot of content coming out on that when that comes out. I don't think there'll be a new snooker game this year, but I might be wrong. I guess the Stephen Hendry game will probably come out this year, but nothing to the scale of Snooker 19 at least. And then tennis, and then cricket, who knows what's going to happen with that. Probably not. Obviously, this year was a big year for cricket, or last year now, so it was quite an obvious game to come out, if you like. So we'll see how it goes. Obviously, I've started doing Let's Plays on the channel as well, so that's a new dimension. Star Wars has done pretty decently on reflection. You know, the views are nowhere near where Snooker is, but it's a hell of a lot better than any other Let's Play I've done on the channel. So, you know, I'm taking that as a massive positive. And you guys seem to enjoy it, so we'll keep going with some Let's Plays. Whether I throw all my eggs into that is another question entirely. So 5 million views by the end of the year. I think that's mainly pessimistic because it is only 1 million views in a year, which sounds like a lot, but when you've got as many videos as I have on my channel, you know, you will hit that pretty quickly, as long as you have a couple of videos that go pretty well, like the cricket video or the snooker video, for example. You know, my videos aren't hitting consistently massive figures, but I still got 2.3 million views this year, so yeah, I'm pretty confident of hitting that one. 3,000 views on average on most videos by the end of the year. I should say 2020 there rather than 2019, but by the end of 2020 to have 3,000 views on average, I think that's achievable. I really do. But again, it's dependent on the sort of games that come out. Are people still going to be watching Snooker 19 in December, or at least 3,000 people? I'm not sure. I'm only getting sort of 1,000 to 2,000 at the moment watching it. I don't think I'm going to sort of triple the lower bound of that by the end of 20. But yeah, we'll see. It's an ambitious target, and you know, we'll see how it goes. If it does get to that level, then we're starting to look at maybe making this a job eventually. Obviously, that's not going to happen anytime soon for those of you that have been around for a while. Obviously, to continue enjoying it is the continuing sort of theme of my goals, and finally to try something different. I really want to try something different this year, and I've been thinking about it the last few weeks, and I really want to come up with a really bespoke schedule for the channel, and just have different types of things, whether it's sort of tutorials, which I'm not that good at, different type of videos. Obviously, I used to have the retro show. It's sort of still an ongoing series. I haven't done it for a little while, but obviously I want to bring that back, and just try and fit in different types of videos onto the channel, just to sort of capture different ends of the market. I feel like we're very much a one-trick pony at the moment, and I want to just expand it a little bit. That's why I've maybe brought in the Let's Plays a little bit, see a different side of the games I play. I don't just sit and play snooker all day, so no, I can't do 2 videos of Snooker 19 a day, otherwise I would go insane and I wouldn't sleep. But yeah, just little things like that. But just to finish off the video, let's see if I can get onto it. So here we go, channel analytics. That's the one that I wanted. So it's on YouTube Studio this year, which we might have used last year, but I can't quite remember. But here we go. So apparently, well, there you go, 2,322,000 views in the last 365 days. You can see a point where YouTube Studio doesn't seem to be collecting data. I don't know why that is particularly, but it's a bit of a shame actually that isn't the case. But there's views, there's watch time. I'm really disappointed it hasn't got the sort of full picture of the year there. Not entirely sure why that is, but let's have a little look at stuff like reach. So my videos have had 24 million impressions in the last 365 days, which is a lot. You know, that many people have seen my thumbnails, and 2.3 million views. I'd like to convert that a little bit more, maybe get more towards 20%. That would be nice, sort of double this number, if you like, with respect to that number. So, better thumbnails. You know, I think that's something that I could work on, and something that I do need. You know, I need to learn how to do things just a little bit better. My stuff is very rough around the edges, not a lot of editing. You will have seen in the first video to the World Final of snooker that I've tried to do a bit of editing, and it's still not that good. But, you know, hopefully we can improve in stuff like that. There's some fairly interesting things here. If you do your own YouTube stuff, then that's interesting here. Interestingly, the most amount of traffic from the YouTube search came from Snooker 19, which isn't a great surprise, but also very nice to see. And even just the word snooker, like, where on earth do I rank for just the word snooker? But 1.6% of my views came from just typing that, which is amazing. Some engagement here. Average view duration is a fluctuating figure. A lot of people just click through videos, and obviously because of the likes of the Cricket 19 first impressions, Snooker 19 first impressions, people just want a snippet of the game. They just want to scroll through. They don't want to see the full 20-minute video, which my subscribers would like to see. So that is a very misleading figure sometimes. Watch time in hours is quite a lot. We've already sort of came around by that one. End screen element clicks. Now that's an interesting one. I don't really use end screens anymore. I don't use cards anymore. And that's because only 77 views came, like my best sort of click rate is 77 views, which isn't a lot in the grand scheme of things. But I suppose if you add them all up, it is a reasonably big number. If we actually have a look at this, if we add them all up, there you go. So this year, 2,000 of my views came from end screen element clicks, which is interesting. Again, very interesting analytics. I used to do analytics reviews quite regularly, but it's turned into just a yearly thing now, which is a bit of a shame. That might be something that I bring back. I think I just need to plan all of my stuff. I'm sitting doing this on the 1st of January, and you know, I think this year could be really good. But there you go, cards as well. Some people click them, which is again interesting. Audience. Now I'd like to see. Okay, that's gone back up again, because we did have a male-female split of about 9 to 10, 90 to 10, sorry. But it's crept back up to 95.5. I'd like to get that closer to 50-50, but it's just going to be difficult, you know. Top countries, United Kingdom, by far the biggest now, which is interesting. India used to be quite far up there. It still is 7%, but the United States, 5% of my views come from the United States, which I find incredible. 2.5% for Pakistan and Australia as well. And this is my demographic. So most of my viewers, sort of 70% of viewers, are now 18 to 34, which is sort of what you'd expect. Sort of as I've grown up, so is my audience. It makes sense. Interesting how low the 13 to 17 category is, though. You know, that used to be a market that a lot of people in that age range used to watch my content. You know, maybe because I'm a bit younger compared to sort of some of the people creating similar type of content. But yeah, that's just very interesting. But there you have it. I think that's where we're going to leave it today. If we'll have a look at the revenue, completely open about this. I've made $3,000 on YouTube this year, apparently. Awesome. You know, very, very nice to have. Obviously, sort of through the year, it has fluctuated a lot. If you look all the way back to January, sort of made £61. And there you go, 56 in Feb, 84 in March, and then, yeah, big one. When Snooker 19 came out, you sort of had the triple whammy. You had Snooker 19, then you had Tennis World Tour Roland Garros, then you had Cricket 19, then you had F1 2019. It was just bam, 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 bam. And it was just wonderful. A wonderful time to be a content creator. October was a bit funny, but as I've said earlier in the video, obviously I'm a full-time teacher now, so it's trying to find sort of time to do this YouTube, you know, on the side consistently, and I really do want to bring it together, schedule. And, you know, it might disappoint the Snooker 19 fans out there, but it's not going to be daily. It has been over the Christmas holidays and over the World Championship, because obviously it's a big tournament. It's a big time of year as well. So I've been, you know, doing my best to do that daily. It won't be continuing daily into the new year. You know, it'll be back to 4 times a week if things work out. FM, I want to get back into playing some more of that, and obviously AO Tennis coming out, that will be in the schedule somewhere. A Retro Sunday, just different types of videos that I want to try and get in to the schedule. Obviously we'll probably have a Let's Play going. I think I'll move on to Death Stranding next after Star Wars. So yeah, just sort of plenty to think about. Obviously it's been about a 20-minute ramble now, but overall that is how the channel has come in the last year. It's been a very fantastic year for me on YouTube, and I just want to keep going from strength to strength, which is why I think now I need to sort of plan my route to getting into that 20 to 25,000 sub bracket, and you know, starting to get noticed by developers who want to send review copies, because that is the key to success on YouTube, is getting your content out there early so that new people can find it when it's fresh. You know, as soon as the likes of Game Riot or the Radbrad or whatever make a video on it, you're pretty much going to sink to the bottom of the pile. So, you know, if I can plan that route up there, maybe I can head up towards that figure, and you're more likely to get review codes and things. It's not so I get a free game. I usually 9 times out of 10 buy the game anyway, you know, because I'm a collector. And you know, if you look sort of over that way, you can see a lot of PS2 games there, and I can assure you there is a equivalent one for PS4 and PS3 games on that shelf to my right, or to your left, I guess. But no, it's been an amazing year. I just want to thank anyone that has watched anything this year, or any year in fact. And going into my 5th year on YouTube, we will be celebrating 5 years in September, so that'll be a big celebration when that comes around. But no, thank you very much, and of course, Happy New Year. I hope you had a wonderful Christmas period, and whatever your targets are for 2020, I hope you meet them, and I hope you have a very safe and happy 2020 and the start of a new decade. It's a good time to start some new habits, and just enjoy yourself, you know, because time does go very fast, and it's crazy to think that we are already in 2020. So just enjoy it, sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride. Thank you very much for watching. Happy New Year, and I'll see you guys for much more in 2020. Bye-bye.